Key phrase of the day: black men don't cheat. As y'all can see, we don't cheat. Real talk, black men don't cheat. Alright, welcome back to the channel. If you're just discovering this channel, got on here apparently, and you're just discovering it, make sure you give it a like. Also, subscribe to the channel, and if you do subscribe, make sure you turn on your post notifications. And if you are returning, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I'm going to discuss something pretty new. If you were paying attention yesterday, you seen that they were protesting in DC in regards to, you know, the election results being approved. So it's, you know, it's quite mind-boggling to see what took place yesterday. I don't even care which side of the political spectrum you're on. I mean, quite frankly, it doesn't even matter anymore. You know, we're a nation. You know, I think in this regard, we really have to be honest and be blunt with ourselves. Like, you know, what happened yesterday was third world country stuff, like fascism, terrorism, pretty much. I'm not gonna hold back what I say. You know, I mean every single thing I say in this video, and you know, I'm gonna be blunt. I mean, from law enforcement to leaders, you know, they had every idea, knowing that this was possibly gonna happen yesterday. And mind you, there are a lot of like stuff and, you know, photos and videos, you know, circling around social media. People like storming into the Capitol while they was like voting and stuff like that on the certification of the electoral college votes. And you know, you got people breaking through the gates. You got law enforcement just sitting there not doing a thing, just crossing their arms, just saying, you know, hey, go through, free pass. You know, it's just like, you know, they're just patting you through the back and just letting you go. Like, you know, no absolute harm to none of these people as they were going in. Now, a couple people did die, which is, you know, I mean, one police officer died and the rest were just, you know, pretty much supporters of, you know, the cult leader, pretty much. So, I mean, I have no harsh feelings. I mean, quite frankly, you know, they wouldn't be dead if they didn't attend the rally, to be honest with you. But, you know, just to be bluntly honest, I mean, just looking at, you know, the photos and, you know, all the videos that, you know, circulated around social media yesterday, if those were black people, what did you think what were going to happen to those people if they stormed the Capitol just like that yesterday? And quite frankly, if you go back to the summer of last year, when all this stuff in regards to George Floyd and, you know, police brutality and all this stuff was happening, police would be showing up in, you know, batons, riot gear, and, you know, and all this other stuff, you know, shooting rubber bullets. What happened yesterday, I've never seen such a soft response to this large of a magnitude. Like, I've just never seen, you know, such a weak law enforcement response. It's just like, it feels like they just let the protesters in, and, you know, they just didn't want to do anything, or they decided to, you know. And, you know, what made me so mad was, and I'm not even gonna like put the pictures on the side of the screen. You know, I was thinking about playing some of the videos, but, you know, it just pissed me off to, you know, just, you know, a degree where, you know, what is this anymore? You know, do we really have a country anymore? Do we really have a democracy? And, you know, I'm thinking to myself, like, I can't even believe this is happening, you know? Like, really, all you have to do is compare, you know, the protests happening during the summer and, you know, everything happening yesterday, you know? You know, it's pretty much yesterday, the folks, you know, on the far right, terrorists, we're gonna call it that, because that's what pretty much happened yesterday. They didn't care. They let it just happen. There were law enforcement officers literally taking pictures and selfies with other folks who were in the Capitol, storming through offices, taking probably sensitive information, government information, secret or top information that, could be confidential. And for law enforcement or whoever is the chief, I'm quite frankly glad he resigned, because at that point, are you even a leader anymore? For you to allow that to happen, especially in a place that's so sacred, quite frankly, he should be ashamed of himself. He should never work anywhere ever again, to be honest with you. Quite frankly. Never. Ever. In government, actually, to be honest with you. I correct myself on that. He should never work in government ever again, quite frankly. For that response, and for all that to happen, and for him not to take accountability and not say, hey, I messed up, this was a bad response, that's terrible. And just going back to the folks on the right and the senators, quite frankly, some of them are not even senators. Some of these folks are pretty much just yes men for the guy who's in the White House. Actually, I'm gonna call him the occupant in the White House, to be honest with you. He's not really a president. This guy's like a failed business man, who wound up, in Washington, quite frankly, easily. So, I don't even understand how 73 million people voted for this guy. I mean, this guy is literally insane, just beyond crazy. But, going back to, last summer and, and yesterday, I mean, our people that look like me, we're fighting for, we're fighting for change. We're fighting for legislation. We're fighting for police brutality. And what yesterday really showed us is, democracy is dead. And democracy doesn't really exist. And quite frankly, countries that look up to us, in terms of like, smooth transition, or what is it called? I think it's a smooth transition of power. Countries that look up to us in regards to that, they shouldn't really look up to us like that anymore, quite frankly. Even the Canadian president tweeted yesterday. He was disgusted and deeply disappointed on what happened yesterday. A lot of countries in the world look up to us when it comes to democracy and, a variety of other things, and diplomatic relations. And, it's quite concerning and quite sad, and for the U.S., we shouldn't really be seen as, a leader or the free world anymore, And when it comes to democracy in North America, we are dead last in that category. In North America, in terms of democracy. Canada, number 1, full democracy. Costa Rica, number 2, full democracy. Dominican Republic, number 3. El Salvador, number 4. Jamaica, number 5. Number 6, Mexico. Number 7, Panama. Number 8, Trinidad. Number 9, the United States. Now, just from reading that list alone. Now, that list says, one thing, but quite frankly, we shouldn't even be on that list to begin with, to be honest. Because when did we ever have a democracy where we the people had a voice? We the people had a right to speak, our free minds. Us as black people freely get to speak our issues without being thrown rubber bullets, tear gas, all these other things. And you know, honestly, quite frankly, you know, it's a disgrace what's happening. But what happened yesterday was, you know, terrorism, domestic violence, far-right extremists. We gotta call it as it is. You know, we can't be silent on this stuff no more. If we're really going to be serious about, you know, real change, we got to be blunt with each other. We gotta let it be known that these things are happening. Because if we don't be serious and honest with ourselves, this is going to keep happening. Regardless of, you know, who's in office, all these people pretty much went home. None of them charged, none of them arrested. Many of them probably sitting watching TV, watching Fox News, doing what they do on a nightly basis. I mean, quite frankly, you know, in terms of the United States and, you know, diplomatic relations and, you know, the whole rest of the world looking at us, I don't even think we should be looked at as that anymore. We should really be taking cues from South Africa. And, you know, I want to take a quote from Nelson Mandela. You know, he said it just perfectly. I mean, and this is his words: and a good leader can engage in a debate frankly and thoroughly, knowing that at the end, he and the other side must be closer and thus emerge stronger. You don't have that idea when you are arrogant, superficial, and uninformed. Now, in the words of Nelson Mandela, you know, if we had a leader like that who just came to the table and with good faith, you know, regardless of political party, all this stuff wouldn't have been happening. We wouldn't be seeing the stuff yesterday. You know, we need to come together collectively as, you know, a nation, as one, and, you know, coming to the table, you know, with good faith, addressing our concerns, addressing, you know, what's really happening. And, you know, for that to happen, what took place, even for the past 4 years, you know, it's quite a disgrace. And, you know, but in the words of Nelson Mandela, he put it perfectly right. Drop a line in the comment section down below if you have anything to spill about, you know, what happened yesterday. And if you are new to the channel and you got to the end of this video and you would like the content, make sure you subscribe, turn on your post notifications. You're not going to regret it. Also share with your friends and also like the video. On that note, I'm out.